Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Salem residers gather for Jude's christening form at the Demerrimance, E.J., and Nicole were prepared to head tossed. Luke's church for Jude's christening form. Holly entered, and she said sourly that she wouldn't attend the form. After some discussion, Holly reluctantly agreed to meet Nicole and E.J. at the church. In Horton Town Square, Leo mentioned the christening form to Melinda, who snapped that Leo was not invited. Leo reminded Melinda that they had conspired to steal Nicole's baby. Melinda ordered Leo to stay quiet. She insinuated that Leo would be transferred to captivity if the verity about the baby was revealed. Leo reminded Melinda of her part in stealing Nicole's baby. They argued a bit before they left. At Sloane and Eric's apartment, Eric was thrilled ahead of Jude's form. Sloane wasn't, and she complained at length about Nicole's presence at the form. Sloane claimed to be outraged that Nicole had compactly taken Jude months before. Sloane offered an insincere reason to Eric. She made a sour face when she hugged Eric. Moments laterly, Melinda appeared. Eric asked if Melinda would be comfortable carrying Jude to the front of the tabernacle at the launch of the service. Melinda said that she'd be recognized. Eric stepped out of the room to call Sammy. Latterly, Melinda recalled having advised Leo to stay quiet in regard to the verity about Jude. At the Brady pub, Brady and Teresa met for breakfast ahead of the form. Brady regaled Teresa when he lowered his voice to do an imprint of Vito Corleone from The Godfather. Teresa telephoned Tate at the halfway house to partake that she and Brady planned to visit Tate latterly in the day. Teresa learned that Tate was primarily concentrated on whether Holly would attend the form. After the call ended, Roman and Kate approached Brady and Teresa. Roman was skeptical about the event for Jude's christening being held at the Demerrimance. Brady hoped that Jude would represent a new period of peace and harmony. Hope for the stylish, prepare for the worst, Roman said kindly. Distrustfully. Off to a corner, Roman said that Brady was an excellent choice to be Jude's godfather. Brady recalled that he'd been floundering with dubieties that he was a good father. Roman delivered warm words in trouble to cheer up Brady. Roman added that he'd spoken to Kimberly and that Kimberly was thankful to Brady for having helped Teresa. Brady pledged that Teresa would always be family because of Tate. Roman said that he was proud of the man Brady had come, and they hugged. At John and Marlena's townhouse, Marlena helped knot John's tie ahead of the form. John and Marlena participated a warm memory from a holiday spot where John had bought the tie. Marlena suggested that she and John plan a holiday in Hawaii. John told Marlena that he saw through her attempt at a distraction, and he said that it was not going to work. John said that he'd killed a youthful girl, and he added that it was commodity he'd have to live with for the rest of his life. Marlena reminded John that there was no substantiation that he'd killed Constantine's son, and she added that the verity was probably further complicated because both Victor and Stefano had been involved. Marlena said that it hurt her to see John chastising himself. When Marlena said that John demanded to forgive himself, John sniggered that he did not know if he could. Marlena asked John to set aside his guilt and to concentrate on the new life they were celebrating that day. John said that he'd do so for Marlena's sake. As they hugged, John flashed back to having told Marlena that he did not know if he could continue living with the guilt he had. At St. Luke's church, Leo informed a clerk that Leo had gone to attend Jude's christening form. The clerk remarked that everyone who attended the form would, in some way, bear a responsibility for the child throughout his life. The clerk added that it took a will to give children with exemplifications of good, kind, and honest people. The clerk's words caused Leo to reflect. Well, I am good and kind. Kind of. Occasionally. A little. Honest? Not so important, Leo said before he skittishly dabbed his cutlet into a root of holy water. Moments laterly, John and Marlena entered the church. They were surprised when they spotted Leo, who warmly saluted John and Marlena. Leo participated that he felt touched that he'd been invited to the forum, and he teased that the day would be enlightening for everyone. Marlena and John were regaled by Leo, and they smiled politely at Leo, who soon stepped down. Marlena recalled that Leo had babysat for Jude and that Eric had said that Leo was a good sitter. Roman entered the church with Brady and Teresa. John participated that he and Marlena had made plans to visit Tate. Teresa said that she intended to visit Tate as well, and she added that it was stylish for her to stay clear of E.J., who had entered with Nicole just in time to eavesdrop Teresa's words. Everyone gathered dallied about before Eric and Sloane entered with Jude. Eric thanked everyone for attending the christening. Leo spoke up, and he fooled that anything that might be at the forum would be off the record. Melinda and Sloane stepped down together. Hard, John admitted to Marlena that he was having an indeed more delicate time dealing with his grief after he would caught sight of Jude. Holly entered, and she told Eric that she wouldn't have missed the forum. Holly asked Brady and Teresa how Tate was doing. Teresa scarfed, and she said that Tate was doing okay despite his ankle examiner, which she sarcastically thanked Holly for. "What, I am not allowed to talk to her?" Teresa asked Brady latterly. When Sloane and Melinda returned, the clerk began to officiate the form. Melinda cradled Jude as the clerk baptized the child. When the clerk finished, both Leo and Nicole contemporaneously flashed back to the night that Nicole had given birth months before. Nicole flashed back to having cradled her baby in her arms moments after the child had been born. When the flashback ended, Leo spoke up. "Sorry. So sorry. And sorry to you, as well, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I've commodity to say. Commodity veritably important. Commodity that cannot stay," Leo said. At the same time, Sloane began to shake her head in a silent plea for Leo to remain quiet. Hard, the faces of Eric, Nicole, and Melinda perked up, and they awaited what Leo would say coming. The morning of the end, clearing the air, truth revealed. Days of Our Lives indicate some violent moments in Salem. Coming up on Days of Our Lives, one person is ready to confess, while a couple wants to clear the air and a character aims to drop a massive Verity lemon. What kind of drama is set to unfold during Wednesday's show? Time to dive right in. Holly Jonas gears up to confess. DOL suggests that Holly Jonas will gear up to tell her mama Nicole DiMera the Verity about New Year's Eve and where those medicines came from, in trouble to clear Tate Black's name. Days of Our Lives, the morning of the end, clearing the air, truth revealed. Still, added teasers note that Nicole may not be ready to hear the Verity. This week's exercise for the show explosively hints that Holly will eventually confess, so is this the morning of the end for this plot? Meanwhile, Tate journals about his passions for Holly, while Marlena Evans and Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, talk about Nicole and Sloane Peterson Brady's complicated dynamic, on the cusp of baby Jude's christening. Also read DOL Kristen plays Teresa, Brady has precedences, a marriage discussion, miraculous Stephanie Johnson and Everett Lynch clear the air across city. Days indicate that as effects have gotten veritably complicated over the once many weeks, Everett Lynch and Stephanie Johnson will sit down, have a converse, and try to sort effects out. What kind of conclusion will the two come to? Xander Cook pays Harris Michaels a visit incipiently. DOL occasion reveal that Xander Cook will drop by to see Harris Michaels. The reason for the visit? He wants to tell the Bobby. The Verity, he wasn't the one to shoot him. But in turn, will Michaels drop a Verity lemon of his own? Suckers will have to tune in to find out. Will Harris be a burlesque guy and exculpate Xander? Why is he still a suspect? Days of Our Lives spoilers and updates tease Xander Cook should be vindicated, since both E.J. DiMera and Harris Michaels know he's innocent. Stephen DiMera turned himself in for shooting Harris, so will Harris be a burlesque Joe and exculpate Xander? Days of Our Lives E.J. DiMera was transferring his family to North Korea. Stephen had gone to E.J. to get him out of city, but he was going to shoot him to North Korea, and that wasn't respectable. Days of Our Lives will Harris be a burlesque guy and exculpate Xander? Why is he still a suspect? Harris made him as his bushwhacker but kept it between himself and Stephen.